everybody, and welcome. As we like to do every week, we like to take a look at the past week's market activity and then kind of bounce on the market and look for something to trade. Well, if you've been following the market at all, this tells the story right here. The market has been shooting up to the moon, which means volatility in the market has been shooting down. Again, volatility and stock price generally move inversely. So as prices go up, obviously people get less fearful. Volatility is essentially fear. So when the price is shooting to the moon, people don't have any fear. The opposite happens, obviously, when things go down, people get scared, and you can see that right here, volatility went up. So SPY, S&P 500, which is what this is, shooting up to the moon. The NASDAQ is going to look fairly similar. The only one that's lagging behind a bit is the Russell, also shooting up, but obviously nowhere near its highs like the other two are. So what are we going to trade this week? Well, if you've been watching gold at all, gold has also been on a tear. And look at this. This has been shooting up to the moon. Now, the difference between commodities, as they're called, gold, oil, silver, things like that, those are commodities. The weird thing about commodities is as the price goes up in commodities, unlike stocks, volatility generally goes up, which is counterintuitive. I don't know why it works that way, but that's the way it works. Generally speaking, commodities move opposite to stocks as far as the volatility goes. So when they shoot to the moon, like oil, again, gold, silver, things like that, volatility tends to go up as the price goes up. So you can see gold is at all-time highs or near its all-time highs, and the volatility is also pretty near its highs from the last couple of years probably. So time to make a trade. And what we're going to do is we're going to skew this a bit to the downside because it's so high. My assumption is that the room for it to go up is fairly small, where the room for it to possibly go down could be a lot bigger. So we're going to make the call side closer to the stock price than the put side. That's what skewing is. We skew one side closer than the other, which means our assumption is if we put the call side closer, we think the stock is going to go down over time. If we put the put side closer, we think the stock is going to go up over time. In this case, because it says highs, as a contrarian, I'm going to make the assumption that it has room to go up a little bit more, but probably a lot more room to go down. Again, purely an assumption based on nothing but a guess on my part. So if we go to the trade page, we're going to go to the 47 days over here. Tomorrow that'll be 46, which is right in our wheelhouse. I've already set this up, and you'll see now the skew. So the stock price is exactly 192. I'm going $4 up on the call side, but look over here. I'm going all the way down here to what's that, $13 down on the put side. I'm leaving a lot more room for it to go down than to go up. It's only $4 way up here. It's $13 away on the put side. And again, I'm going to do buy the call and buy the put $2 away. And as long as I collect at least 66 cents or more on this trade, that is a perfect trade for tomorrow. So assuming everything stays the same, GLD, which is the gold ETF, we're going to assume the stock price is here. We're going to go up $4, down 13, and put this trade on. If it doesn't reach this number, we're going to start pulling sides in a little bit closer, meaning we might make this 180, 178. Or we might make this 195, 197, etc. That's what I mean by pulling in closer. But again, that is our trade in gold for tomorrow, and that is why we're doing it. Volatility is spiking, and we're at highs. Hello everybody, just a quick break in action here to make you all aware of the courses I have available on Udemy, which are these 5, but more importantly to let you know that these 3 right here are a 3-part series. So if you're anywhere in the mix here, now you know that Understand Options Completely is part 1, Basic Option Strategies is part 2, and Make and Manage is part 3. So you can start or continue at any level you like. The bottom 2 here can be taken at any time. They are just independent courses. If they interest you, please go ahead and take them. So you've got some knowledge now, and we know knowledge is power. But really, knowledge is only power if you use it. Otherwise, it's useless. So how do you take all this option trading knowledge and turn it into actual income? And the only way to do that is by actually trading options. As someone that's gone through the process, I know that making real trades is scary for many reasons, not the least of which is, where do I even start? I mean, there's so many roadblocks to making trades. What stock should I trade? What direction should I choose? Which options am I buying or selling? The list seems endless, which is exactly why I created my option income alert system. So don't you think you'd be a little bit more comfortable and confident if I was right there by your side making trades with you? Where now I will be there with my real-time alerts. You'll trade side by side with me in real time as I tell you what trade to make, why we're making the trade, and more importantly, how to make the trade correctly. But making the trade's only half the battle. When to close the trade is just as important, so you'll get those closing alerts as well. Listen, you've got the knowledge now, so let's put it to use. So how do we turn your knowledge into actual income with as little risk as possible? Well, the way we do that is by offering up the option alert for only $1 for the first month. Now, the option alert itself is going to send out 2 to 3 trades in real time as I make them via text or email directly to you. And as I close these trades, you'll also get those closing alerts in real time as well. Now, if you want an even better opportunity, the Option Pro, which is the exact same alert service as the Option Income, offers up all the content I've ever made, courses, webinars, etc. Over $2,000 worth of options courses for only $19 for the first month. So the way we're going to sign up for either of these is by going to sharpertrades.com, clicking on the products section. Both of these alerts will show up. Depending on which one you prefer, you'll type in these coupon codes and you'll either get the option alert for $1 for the first month or the Option Pro for only $19 for the first month. Look forward to seeing you all over there soon. Take care.